Greetings, YouTube. So I thought I'd hop on the meme wagon and answer the question, is gaming geeky? My answer? Of course it's geeky. We're grown adults. We play with little pieces of colored plastic polyhedrons, and we pretend to be elves, spies, superheroes, or Jedis. Yes, that's geeky. Now, the more important question, however, is being geeky bad? And the answer to that second and more important question is no. It isn't bad. There is nothing wrong with being geeky, in the least. There are lots of geeky activities in the world, and some are more common than others. Comic book collecting, fairly common, still pretty geeky. Being fans of the science fiction or fantasy novels or television series, more common, still pretty geeky. I mean, you've got subgenres of these. I mean, that are huge. You've got Star Trek fans. You've got Star Wars fans. You've got Star Trek fans, depending on each particular series. You have people who do cosplay in all kinds of different genres. Steampunk, anime, manga, novels, movies, you name it. I even saw a zero punctuation Yahtzee animation cosplay recently, which was very strange. These are all geeky activities, and it's all perfectly normal. It's fine. We all have an inner geek. Now, there are some common activities that aren't geeky. Being a sports fan is not geeky. But if you play fantasy American football or fantasy baseball, that's geeky. And I don't see the issue. I don't consider the term geeky to be insulting in the least. I don't think I ever had. I don't think I think of the term as nerd as being geeky. Or, these are just terms that have been applied to people I knew for my entire life. I've been a bookish person forever. I started reading when I was 5, and I've done it every single day since then. Okay? I spent my summers during break from school reading for the most part. Every day I would read. I would easily go through a novel every day in the summertime. I read a lot of science fiction and fantasy novels when I was a kid. So I don't have a problem if people outside of our community call people who do tabletop role-playing games geeky. Now, are computer role-playing games geeky? Less so. They're an offshoot, in some ways, of just more traditional role-playing games, computer games, so don't have the same geeky credentials as tabletop gaming does, because it grew out of miniatures games, which of course spawn role-playing games, which spawn then computer role-playing games, but you get the point. So I don't see the big issue. I mean, if you don't want people call you geeky, then don't. That's fine. The word geek has changed over time. Do you know what the original definition of geek was? It was the guy in the sideshow that would bite off the heads of chickens and act like a savage wild man for the audience. Yeah, we don't use that definition of geek much anymore. I'm not sure that you can be a wild man in a sideshow any longer. PETA would probably protest your show, and you'd probably be arrested. So the term has changed, and now it's being commonly applied to people who play role-playing games. Who cares? It doesn't bother me in the least. I know it bugs some people, and I'm sorry if it does, but I'm not one of them. I'm a gamer, and I'm a geek, and guess what? I'm okay with that.